Hi, so I'm Kathy and this is my vlog. I thought I'd introduce myself to start with, seeing that it's my first one, give you an idea of who I am, why I'm doing this, where I've come from, so that type of thing, to give you a bit of an insight into who I am. To start with, I'm a head teacher, so it might seem a little bit odd that I am diversifying into this area. But it's because I unfortunately had COVID in April last year, and then I had COVID again in January this year. I'm not going to dwell too much on COVID, where I am and what's going on with me, but I've ended up with long COVID, which has given me left me with ME, chronic fatigue syndrome, and nobody can tell me how long this will last, so I'm having to have a real good think about my life. I was dedicated to my job, my family and my school and the children, but it's just thrown everything into disarray, so because of that, I'm having to find another way forward, because the symptoms that I get are completely debilitating. So I can only do what I can do when I can do it. And also my brain fog. I used to be able to juggle so many different things at once, but I'm unable to do that anymore. My brain just can't do it. I'm just unable to do it anymore. So I'm having to rethink my life. Nature has always been a thing that's been interesting to me. I've loved nature, loved animals, you know, enjoyed growing plants and seeing nature at its best. And particularly since having COVID, it has been a lifesaver. I can't say any more than that. Growing food, seeing plants grow, seeing that support the infrastructure of nature and insects and animals in general has just been something that has kept me going through the worst moments of all of this. And believe me, there's been some worse moments, so it's what's kept me going. So that's a little bit of where I've come from and why I'm doing this. Now a little bit about what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is we've purchased a piece of land, which we are going to be having some animals on and growing food and things like that. So my main aim is to have some chickens and to have alpacas that we can breed, but also that we can use as a learning experience. I've always taught, I love it, and I love learning. So I'm doing both of these things. Hopefully I shall be learning myself. I've kept chickens before. I used to go up on a farm and I loved it up there in my younger years. I've always kept animals myself and always supported the wildlife as much as possible. So because of that, it just makes sense that I go on to do something like this. Thankfully, I'm in a position that I can you know, I've got some money behind me that I can do this. I do have to sell my house to do it, but I'm sure that it'll all be worth it. I'm a very positive person. COVID has taken a lot of that from me, but I am an incredibly positive person. I'm that person that if everything is bad, I will see something in that will give you positivity or reasoning behind it or something. Probably a very annoying person in that way, but yeah. So because of that, we've purchased some land, which I shall be sharing with you a little bit later, and that is what we're hoping to do. When I show you the land, you'll realise that we're starting from the very beginning. It's just a field, okay? So from there, you can see and be involved in the journey that I go on, and hopefully you can support and give me information. Hopefully I can share my successes and my failures with you, which I'm sure there'll be many of each. But yeah, I'm hoping that we can all get something from this, and I'm enjoying, looking forward to sharing it with you, and getting feedback from you in this country, but all over the world. That's the bit that I am really open to as well, is that we can share this around the world, and we can all learn from it. We can build up a community to support each other, and to help each other move forward in our lives. And that doesn't matter whether it's about the animals or the food or the flowers, or actually on a personal level, that you're struggling and that, you know, this is a way that you're finding a way forward. I have to say that there are a few channels that I turned to, and I still do. So if you want to look at anything that has helped to inspire me. Hi everyone, as promised, here is our virgin field, if you like. So I'm right at the other end of it. As I said, it is just a field. We have been doing a few little bits and bobs, but I'll walk you through it. Around the hedgerows, obviously there's lots of different trees. There are lots and lots of willow. We don't want to be keeping all of the willow because we do want to coppice some, but obviously at the moment there's just lots and lots of willow trees. There's 3 rows of willow trees there, so we don't really want to be keeping all of those. Obviously we've put a little bit of a canopy up for us for the moment, to keep us nice and dry and be able to work underneath. If I turn you round, when I get up to the middle of the field, you'll get a bit of an idea. It's about just over an acre and a half. It's just what we wanted, really. We have started cutting back some of the branches that are hanging over, not disturbing any birds or anything like that, because obviously we're all for nature. But so I think I'm coming up to about halfway. It has been cut recently, but obviously we will need to be cutting the grass again, because there are quite a few different things growing, and not all of them are palatable for alpacas, which is what we would like to obviously get eventually. And that's the other end of the field. So there is a caravan there for us to use at the moment, a little one, but it's serviceable for the time being. As you can see over here, we've been cutting some of the trees back, and my husband is already starting on compost bin and a raised bed. The raised bed is interesting as well, because as I take you up there, I'll show you. Now, I don't know whether any of you watch Liz Zorab, but she showed a galvanised raised bed, and I thought that was a really good idea because she's got issues with rabbits, and I know that there's rabbits that graze here. We've also got a local fox at the moment, which when I'm thinking of getting chickens is a little bit of a concern, but I'm sure it'll be okay. We'll just make sure they're nice and safe, and won't be bringing them until we're ready for them. So this is the composter that my very kind husband has made today, and over here a friend has given us some soil. Under here we have got sticks and wood and all sorts of things underneath, and so the reason that we've done that is because we know that it'll rot away in time. I'm only going to be putting surface veg in there. So we've got some we've got some topsoil-y type stuff, and then we'll put compost on the top. I think it'll be mainly a calibrate bed to take us over the winter, and then obviously I'm getting the galvanised one as well, that I will be doing some bits and bobs. But as you can see, we have been cutting back some of the bushes and things, just a little bit, just to tidy it all up a bit. We're going to have to take all of that fern up at some point, but obviously we will leave different areas for wildlife and such like as well. But yeah, it's all very exciting. If you've seen Liv's or Ab recently, she's just moved, and this is a new venture for us. So myself and my husband are very excited about it, although it does seem a little bit daunting at the moment, going from a house with a reasonable sized garden, growing lots of veg in there, to here, where we're hoping to have alpacas and be able to have people in for the day and have afternoon tea and have some rabbits and things like that. So, and that's the entrance. So that's it for today. I'll try and put some more bits on soon for you to see how we're getting on, and to watch maybe some of the ventures that we do. Thanks then. Bye bye for now.